Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, morning. Singapore's 2 IRs, each with its own casino, will open next year. The IRs will be a boost to Singapore as a tourist destination, but for them to succeed, the casinos must be kept free of criminal influence. To ensure that organized crime does not gain a foothold, our legal and surveillance systems have to be robust. In this regard, the CRA and CID have to work closely. While the CRA will be in charge of regulating the operations of the casino through the Casino Control Act, CID and police will have to deal with crime-related issues. CRA and CID have together made good progress in strengthening their framework and systems to deal with IR-related challenges. CRA has been consulting industry and is steadily putting in place the various pillars of its regulatory regime in the lead-up to the casino's opening. For example, it is developing protocols to prevent money laundering and to screen key casino employees, associates, and junket operators. The CRA has also developed technical standards for gaming equipment and has already designated BMM Australia Private Limited and Gaming Laboratory International LLC as Singapore-recognized testing laboratories to assess whether gaming machines deployed in the casinos meet CRA's standards. We will ensure that there are sufficient resources on the ground to deter criminal activity. A new Marina Bay NPC will be set up to oversee the Marina Bay IR. Bukit Merah West NPC will oversee the Sentosa IR. In addition, CID will establish a casino investigation branch to detect and investigate casino-related crimes, including forgery of chips and other offenses which may affect the integrity of the game. CRA and police will continue to partner overseas agencies to fast-track the development of their own expertise. CRA officers have attended conferences organized by the International Association of Gaming Regulators and the Australasian Casino and Gaming Regulators to learn from the experiences of overseas regulators. Recently, the Pennsylvania Gaming Control Board invited CRA to observe its preparations for the Bethlehem Sands Casino opening. On the police front, CID participated in Project ACES, a crime project initiated by Interpol, which is dedicated to combating casino-centered organized crime in Asia and the South Pacific region. CID officers have served attachments with Victoria Police, Macau Judiciary Police, Las Vegas Police, and Genting, Malaysia. SPF has learned from the French police about enforcement strategies and preventive measures against fraud. Earlier this year, veteran police officers and practitioners from Macau also ran a casino workshop for the home team. These learning experiences will serve the CRA and CID well in their preparations. The IRs are potential targets not just for criminals, but also for terrorists. Our robust frameworks and varied experiences must translate to safety, security, law and order on the ground. To achieve this, frontline forces and domain owners need to be attuned to the operating environment in and around the IRs as a whole. No matter how strong our systemic responses are, we will not succeed if our officers, operators, and other security personnel on the ground do not have the correct training. They are the first line of defense. They have to have situational awareness and operational reflexes to quickly identify threats, intercept them, and intervene promptly. Whether it is the NPC officer patrolling the IR, the casino inspector doing checks on the gaming floor, or security officers patrolling their sectors, each person on the ground has a crucial part to play. This is why training opportunities like today's symposium are so important. They prepare our officers for the challenges, and a particular word of thanks for our friends and partners from overseas who have come here very long way away to come and help us and very generously share their experiences. For Singapore in particular, the IRs pose a paradigm challenge because we have been very good at dealing with MNCs, banks, people who obey the law, and we regulate fairly effectively in the financial services sector. But when it comes to casinos, I think by definition, you bring a whole variety of related problems which are inherent and part of the operations. That, as I say, poses a operational and paradigm challenge for Singaporeans who are, even our police officers who by thought process generally deal with people who are law-abiding. So I think we therefore really appreciate the assistance to fast-track us and learn from you. And we thank you for coming here and helping us, and I think they deserve a round of applause. Yeah. In conclusion, I encourage all participants to take this opportunity to learn from each other's diverse experiences. And I would again like to thank our guest speakers for taking time off your busy schedule. And I'm happy to declare the CRA-CID Joint Training Symposium 2009 open. And I wish you all a fruitful symposium. Thank you.